Cool.
We're here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jay Dragon, and this is the Quelmar Realm. We're going to be doing Playtest Tuesdays. We're going to be looking at Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. My name is Jay Dragon. I am the person. I'm one of the people who wrote the thing. I also am the editorial director at Possum Creek Games. Pleasure to meet you all. Oh, and I don't use pronouns; just use my name. My pronouns are on retainer. Do other people want to introduce
my name is
themselves?
Werewolf. I'm to the right of Jay in the picture, so I'll go next. Hello. I do stuff in and around the TTRPG space for a while. I was with a group called Knights of the Bantam. I do a little bit of my own design work, and actually tomorrow night I'm going to be restarting my Table Talk show, which is going to be with my friend Mr. Rich. We are talking about how do you co-GM a campaign? What does that look like? What are people who done that kind of thing? So that'll be our topic tomorrow night. So on my channel, Werewolf BF, Twitch TV/Werewolf BF. That's where you find me.
I guess I'll go next since I'm underneath. I'm Craig. You'll probably know me as someone in the chat that says dumb jokes. But I'm going to play for once. Hello. Pronouns are he, there.
Hello.
All right, I'll keep the clockwise train going. I am Jonathan, he, him. I'm also a usual lurker in the chat for Quelmar stuff. Occasional player, Playtest Tuesdayer. So I am back in. Very excited to be here.
Why, hello there. My name is Lecho Moy. It's a pleasure to see you again. I've been here quite a number of times for some reason. I play a lot of games online, tabletop and otherwise, and you can find me on TikTok, Twitch, and all the other social medias. Nice to meet you.
Incredible. Well, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to be playing Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast with all of you. So for those of you who don't know, I will be introducing it slowly. I will be introducing it. I will be walking through the players through the mechanics of the chapter we'll be playing. We are going to be playing chapter 66, All Hallows Eve. And we're gonna play it. It's a somewhat rather odd chapter. I specifically chose one that's in dire need of some playtesting to take full advantage of Playtest Tuesday. So if you're like, wow, this game has really odd mechanics, you're right, but this might be, we're pushing it a little bit here as well. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the game really quick. Welcome to Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. Once upon a time, the world was cruel, and there was a witch who knew it well. And so she sold her heart away and built a house in the woods where the world could never find her. At first, she would let no one into her fortress, but in the long march of days, a strange thing happened. In her own cold and spiteful way, the witch made a friend, and then another, and then several more, until her house was teeming with colorful faces and complicated lives. The house would come to be known as Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, and it would last for a very long time. Here are some mysteries of the Bed and Breakfast, which is important to keep in mind. On the front door of the Bed and Breakfast, there is a sign which reads, "No soliciting, trespassing, romancing, snooping, snitching, or unnecessary small talk welcome. Yazeba reserves her temper for those she catches violating these rules." Underneath that sign is a second smaller sign, which reads, "Room for everyone." It is always September 15th inside the Bed and Breakfast, even if it's summer, spring, or winter outside. September 15th is Yazeba's favorite day of the year. We are in many places at many times, most frequently near the cozy village of Sleepytown, somewhere on the East Coast, somewhere in the 20th century. And finally, the Bed and Breakfast is both quaint and sprawling, with enough rooms that can always accommodate any number of guests. We are going to be playing Chapter 66, All Hallows Eve, with Gertrude, Hey Kid, the Ghoul Gang, and anyone cool enough to hang, in which some teens summon ghosts in a graveyard, and Hey Kid realizes they're in over their head. And to that, we haven't picked characters before we started the stream, so I was wondering who is interested the 3 people must play. Among them, Gertrude, Heykid, and the Ghoul Gang, and the other 2 people can pick whoever they want, as long as those people are cool enough to hang. So, who is interested? Lich.
I'm not. I didn't say anything.
It seems like you did.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I'm just peacefully
You
sitting
look
here.
very ready to jump on a character.
I'm just gonna peacefully hold myself back.
Why? Why ever? Why ever do that? Take your dream. You know who you want.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and claim the Ghoul Gang
Hell yeah!
because it's the Ghoul Gang.
I knew the moment we were like all Yazeba. I was like, I know.
I wasn't trying.
We'd be doing a disservice if we didn't let you, though. Let's be fair.
Oh my gosh, I appreciate
Exactly,
that.
exactly.
That'd be...
That's
Who's
funny.
everyone else feeling? Does anyone in particular want to play Gertrude or Heykid? For those who don't know, Gertrude is a teenage runaway who has been sleeping at the bed and breakfast, although she's increasingly realizing it's her home. And someone else can play Heykid, who is a demonic rapscallion, a baby that was once a baby left on the front door of the bed and breakfast, has grown up to be a rather problem-causing little kid. Not teenager, like 10.
I would like to play Gertrude, if that's okay with people.
Wonderful. Yeah, sounds great.
I can take the Hey Kid.
Incredible. I love that. Well, it's between you and me. We can pick whoever we want as long as they're cool enough to hang. I am personally considering the Moon Prince. Unless you
No,
want the Moon
you can go
Prince.
for it.
Heck yeah.
And I was,
Sounds good. Do you see any characters on that?
well, I was looking. I was doing a quick look through the guests to see if anyone could fit the bill, but I feel like I feel like also like Sal might fit into this vibe potentially.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
cool enough. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, the Moon Prince is the prince. Was once the prince of the moon. They fell from the sky in a crash-landed spaceship, and now they just live at the bed and breakfast. And do you want to introduce Sal really quick? Just a quick vibe.
Sure thing. So Sal is let me scroll back up. The aspiring musician who is currently the porter, the night porter, even like regardless of the time of day or night, just known as the night porter at the bed and breakfast, who is looking for inspiration for that, that hit song that is just right. It's almost there. Still needs a little bit of work.
Wonderful. Yeah. So, if everyone could hop over to All Hallows Eve, except for you,
Wait.
audience, don't worry, I'll keep you updated.
The Ghoul Gang is in the character list
Yes.
too, somewhere. Okay.
Yes, it is. It's on page 16. Do you want to?
Well, I find it.
I think. Do you want to? Here, if you want to hop to where my cursor is, I'm right there.
Got it. Thank you.
There you go. The Ghoul Gang is a clique of zombie bullies who are a little mean-spirited, but also
Sorry. Where
Oh,
are we
this is gonna
hopping?
be
they
rough.
have the capacity to grow.
Oh, it's gonna be rough, yeah.
Yeah. So I am the concierge. That means it's my job to help facilitate, narrate, and ultimately kind of organize things at the end. I'm going to walk us through the rules of the chapter real quick, and then we are going to read the introductory text and hop on in. I forgot this chapter is so odd. Hold on,
Where are
just
we
really
hopping
quickly
to this
catching up.
from?
It is titled "Copy of All Hallows Eve." It's in the drive.
Maybe I just need to refresh that. I do need to just refresh that. Perfect.
Yeah. So, the way it works. This is interesting. It doesn't even. This is a very odd chapter. It doesn't appear to utilize some of the mechanics of the game, even, which is fascinating. But okay, I'm like, I wrote this.
We're
in
just
advance,
rolling
I'm
with
just
it.
like, what? Hold on. Yeah, let's just roll with it. Yeah. All right. So, the way this chapter works is, this. Hey kid, you have some special rules at the end of the page called Scaredy Kid. We are all in a graveyard together. We have a deck of playing cards, which is represented by the playing cards link I sent you. We will summon ghosts and then draw from it, and consult what the ghosts, like learn what the ghosts have to tell us. The playing card deck has turned into an oracular deck. Hey kid, every time you get nervous, put another check mark in this series of boxes. Whenever you would draw a card, don't, and instead ask everyone what scares you, and the Ghoul Gang will draw from the deck and describe the scariest thing they can. And once the track is full, that's when the chapter ends and Hey Kid has to go home. So, Hey Kid, you're in charge of when the chapter ends. You're this is a
I'm hungry
fascinating
now, guys, so I
chapter.
guess
I'm
we'll
very
see how
excited.
that goes.
We'll get the second chapter after this one because this one's very strange. But let's get rolling. Let's just get started. So we're gonna kick this off. Everyone, if you want to scroll up to the top of the chapter, and keep an eye out for your dialogue. You will read out loud your lines. It's like a class play. And so with that, chapter 66, All Hallows Eve, with Gertrude, Hey Kid, the Ghoul Gang, and anyone cool enough to hang, in which some teens summon ghosts in a graveyard, and Hey Kid realizes they're in over their head. Gertrude slid the window open, feeling the autumn chill against her skin. She pulled her cap over her ears, adjusted her knit scarf, and quickly checked her backpack to make sure everything was there. She closed her eyes, and for the 1,000th time she asked herself, is this a good idea? Before putting one hand up against the window, and slam! Gertrude's door burst open, and she turned around with fear in her eyes. There, illuminated in the orange glow of the hallway, stood a very small devil with a very large pumpkin-shaped bucket.
Hey, Gertrude!
Hey Kid screamed, and Gertrude slid her window shut.
It's Halloween! It's Halloween! Can you take me trick-or-treating again? No one else has been as good as you.
Gertrude pressed her head against the wall.
No, kid. I've already got plans tonight.
Can I come?
They're secret plans.
Gertrude sighed.
Besides, aren't you getting a little too old to go trick-or-treating?
The smoke in Hey Kid's eyes was enough to tell Gertrude she'd made a mistake.
If you don't let me come, I'll go bother Yazeba and say trick-or-treating instead. And she'll be angry.
Gertrude paled and sighed.
Fine, as long as you don't embarrass me. Grab a jacket and meet me outside.
It wouldn't be long before the two kids found their way to the old graveyard at the edge of town. Gertrude hopped the cast iron fence with the skill of someone who'd hopped a lot of fences in her life, and took a little bit to help Hey Kid through the bars. A sickly yellow moon hung overhead as they crept through the fields of ancient graves, until they arrived at a mossy stone courtyard in the midst of the cemetery. It was dark, but Gertrude could see the outlines of her friends among the tombstones, along
Roy,
with the Ghoul Gang.
Liz, Jax, I'm here.
Glad you finally made it.
Roy hopped down from a crumbling edifice and stepped forward, moonlight dancing off of his one eye.
Everyone else already got here ages ago. Who's the twerp?
Hey Kid hid behind Gertrude, and she shrugged.
They're cool. They can handle it.
Liz spoke up right behind Gertrude, and Hey Kid nearly screamed.
As long as they're not a scaredy cat.
Jax stood up and cracked their neck, nearly turning their head all the way around.
You got the goods.
Gertrude pushed aside a pile of brown leaves, cracked open her backpack, and pulled out 5 thick red candles and a box of chalk.
You know I do. Let's summon some ghosts.
Great. Amazing. All right. So, draw a circle onto a piece of paper, which we will not be doing because we have none of those things. Let us. We do not have. We cannot. We cannot place our hands together to summon ghosts, but there is an incantation which all of you can see. If we want to say that together real quick as we go
It's
into
going to
the
be great.
chapter. 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Oh,
ghosts
ghosts
of ancient
times.
We
summon you
this
to this
hallowed
hallowed
age
age
to
to
speak
speak
your
your
wisdom to
us. Incredible. That was audio
Just split
gore.
myself.
Nailed it.
That was just horror. Like
Nailed it.
already hate kid fills up all the
You're
slots.
Already
welcome.
sleepy.
You can do that. Gertrude, the circle is now prepared, starting with Gertrude and going around counterclockwise, which I guess will be the order of how we are displayed in the VOD. So starting with Gertrude and then going Gertrude, me, Ghoul Gang, Sal, and then Hey Kid, is that right? Did I do that right? Cool. Okay. I actually can't see the screen, so I was trying to do it based on how we introduced ourselves. Yeah. And
Good memory.
we will. Thank you. It's amazing what it retains. We will ask the ghosts a question from the list below, and then we will flip a card to determine what the ghosts think. The Moon Prince has been waiting here for Gertrude for a little bit. The Moon Prince is like not as good. Like Moon Prince not like close friends with the Ghoul Gang either, but I think Gertrude is like slightly more of their friend. So they're kind of next to Gertrude, looking very polite. What question do you want to ask the ghosts?
Yeah. So, I think Gertrude's gonna like lean forward and she's gonna go. So, let's see. This. I don't know. Oh my goodness. There's a beautiful list of questions and my brain is spinning.
We have dice, and then we could roll them. I'm just saying.
You could. There are, in fact, 8. There are 10 questions. So if you want to, or 10 prompts. So if you want to roll a d10, you can totally do that as well. Or there's 9. Never mind.
Let's see.
10 is rolling.
Right now, I'm just like looking over Gertrude's sheet again because there's all the stuff that's changed and stuff.
Oh, for those who don't know in the audience, we are playing Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast is a legacy game, and so the sheet that the players are seeing has gone through some playtests already. So it's seen a few changes and it's picked up a couple, like little extra bits at the end. Oh my god, I'm looking at the Ghoul Gang sheet. I don't want to be seeing that. I'm supposed to be at all.
Let's see. She's gonna lean forward and say, "Am I ever gonna get to hear Sal's new song that he's working on?"
Ooh. Let's flip from the deck of cards. So I think there's a little bit of a. You get it. There you go. There's a little bit of a rustle and a. There's a rustle and kind of a wisping noise. It's like the mist flows down through the trees, and you watch as if the top card flips itself over, revealing a Jack of Spades. Spades are about hardships, trials, and enemies. Their omen is a pair of eyes in the darkness. A Jack is someone in your life who has only just begun to explore that hardship, explore those trials. Gertrude, what does that mean to you? What do you think that's about?
I think, like, in asking about the song, it's like, it's this, for Sal, it's this big thing about whether or not he's gonna, like, it's the right song or that kind of thing. And I think she kind of, like, bumps shoulders with him, and she's like, "It looks like you've got a long road ahead of you, buddy."
Ooh. I think the Moon Prince is going to ask questions. There we go. These questions are harder than they look. I am also suddenly having decision paralysis.
What I thought this was I thought you had to specifically ask the questions involved, not make one from your character.
Yeah.
And all right.
Make up one.
Okay. All right.
All right. I know. It's a little trickier than you thought. It's a little tricky. That's good to know. Let's see. I think I am going to ask the ghosts about a time when I'm not sure I made the right choice. And I'm just gonna be like, do you think it was a good idea for me to, like, steal the spaceship, fly down from the moon? What does the deck of cards think? It gives me a 10 of spades. Once again, spades are about hardships, trials, and enemies. A 10 is an overwhelming quantity of hardships. Passing it on to everyone around you. I think the Moon Prince sees that, realizes what it means, and puts the card back down, and kind of is like, "Yeah, it was hard back there, I guess. I'm glad I'm here now." Ghoul Gang, do you want to draw a card? I also want to note, by the way, that there are these last three options, which aren't questions at all. So if you're feeling frisky or adventurous, you can always do one of those.
Oh, I had a question that I was going to act out, but let me see.
Do whatever you want. Yeah, go for it. Or ask the question. Yeah, I just want to note that in case you were like feeling uncertain.
Someone has already asked which ones the scared will happen, someday will make.
We can ask the same one more than once. I don't think anyone's asked that question though.
All right, then I'm gonna do this one, the fifth one. So it's Roy. Let me make sure I got my head right, because right now it's about to be unscrewed. I know what I want to ask. I'm gonna ask about, the future. What kind of way Hey, stop that! We don't even know about the future. We can work together. But you don't work. You just wait for us to finish everything. That's not true, and I want to know who is gonna go first. What do you mean who's gonna go first? Like what is that? I want to know what of us will not make it. And there's like a face on the other two looking at Jax, like.
Holy shit!
And they're already flipping the card over.
Oh my god! Do you want to flip the card? I think you can. You want to try flipping it, see if it works? Yes. Ooh. So, the four is about trapped in one place, unable to move beyond something old. Hearts are about friendship, family, and hearts. Their omen is a knot in your stomach. Oh,
we're gonna go together as friends.
Yes, who's gonna go first? It's like we're all gonna go.
All go.
We're trapped together, besties.
Oh no.
We're all stuck in it together. Oh wow, fascinating. Yeah.
Lich magic. Just... All right.
I'm a little spooked.
Is that Sal or Hackett that's next?
I think that's me next.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Sal, how are you doing? How are you doing tonight?
Sal is feeling this vibe. This is not necessarily what he does, but he is gonna go with the flow here. Always down to try something new. Always, feels that spark of inspiration from wherever it may come. So, in fact, I am going to pick one of those last three, the non-direct questions. I'm going to listen to the night and consult the ghosts about what I hear, whether that's just within us in the circle, or if with all the goings on All Hallows Eve, something leaps out, hopefully to inspire some song inspiration. But we'll see.
Do we want things to leap out? It could be anything.
I'm curious about what's gonna leap out. What happens? You want to flip the card or?
Oh yeah, I can. All right.
Ooh.
10 of clubs.
Clubs are about creativity, dreams, and magic. Their omen is calling Raven, and 10 is an overwhelming quantity of this, passing it on to everyone around you.
It was
Fascinating. I guess do you hear a raven in the night?
Or
You
an
hear,
overwhelming
like, the
number of ravens?
No.
Oh.
There's a yeah. I was gonna say, there's murder of crows. What's the word for a group of ravens? I don't.
A
But
parliament. That's a lot less scary than a murder. That's a lot
Yourself.
Well, you never know.
No.
Good point. Good point.
exactly. Oh, okay. Then yeah, I get it. Not only like as the ravens sort of congregate, I listen to them not only, nice sounds of nature, but I think with their calls together, pick out some new harmonies and discordant things, just like some new sounds together, along with just us speaking around the fire. It's if not lyrics directly, getting some of the music side vibe going, and you just see Sal close his eyes a little bit and start humming along like.
You want to know something interesting? You know that ravens, along with parrots, are one of the few animals that can imitate human
What?
speech.
Yeah. They're
well,
super
yeah.
smart.
Mm-hmm.
Also, then, I think as we're talking, if they're doing a little bit of imitation, then I get some of that, like, in songs when you have the chorus echo backup thing, getting some of that vibe. So start singing some of the bits of the song.
Oh, fascinating!
and
Extremely weird.
I get some backup singing.
Yeah, like the ravens, like out from the darkness. There's also for anyone who has never seen a raven before. Have you ever seen a really big crow?
Yeah.
That's not big enough to imagine how big a raven is. I've seen a raven one time in my life, and I thought I understood why so many cultures view them as omens of death in that moment, because it was like this bird that was like the size of like a child perched up on an electric wire, and imagining just these kind of huge birds congregating in the darkness, like maybe just as the sun is starting to, like, we're getting kind of that last little bit of like as the light is peaking, like the light is kind of this dull orange coming in through the clouds, and the birds are just these kind of like strange figures moving at the edge of the graveyard and atop the stones. Sal's just vibing. Moon Prince is not thrilled about this.
Yeah.
Just child-sized
along,
dark
see if we-
evil birds saying human stuff. I'm fine. Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
just like a little bit of some echo going through this lyrics, just like something more than all of this. All of this.
Oh, that was
in my
really
head,
cool.
hearing
Oh,
ridiculous
that's really cool. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like yeah,
Hey,
that's rad. I dig it.
Ghoul Gang, do you want to scare Hey Kid? Do you want to draw and see what's going on in the darkness? That might be giving Hey Kid the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, give it to me.
Other
I'm
than
doing
the-
it.
All
Evil
yours.
birds saying human words.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, beyond
Nice.
the evil bird thing.
From the terrors.
ooh,
An ace is the pure and fundamental essence. Spades are the ace of spades is the pure fundamental essence of hardship, trial, and enemies. Their omen is a pair of eyes in the darkness.
oh, I got it. Don't you worry. So I can just describe the shenanigan that's about to go down, right?
Yes, yeah, you have free shenanigan powers.
And this is mental based, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. I think Hey Kid is seeing that everyone's giving a story. They start to see like the shadows move around them as they see eyes creeping, waiting for them to actually go next. And there's a lump in the chest as they're looking around into the darkness at these eyes, as if they're waiting endlessly for what great story or question is going to be revealed to the rest of the group. And Hey Kid can hear in their ears, not yet, you can't go. You don't have a story yet, do you? And it's like this feeling of nausea as you know that Saul's story is about to end, and you hear like the ravens. You're like, that's neat, but what can I do? Like what? And like that fear of next is impeding, and the more you feel it, the more eyes you can see in the trees, the leaves, the air around you in the darkness.
I got a story. I totally got a story. Sit. And I'm gonna like jump up and start like doing like some karate moves. Be like, see, look, go see her. It's my story.
What are you doing?
Take that.
I think that nothing is perhaps more uncomfortable than doing karate moves in the dark, and everyone is just staring at you, and have like everyone's got like big well anyway energy. Even the ravens are looking at you.
Oh no, not the birds. Not the
Not
birds.
bad, kid. Not bad.
And we're like, pick up some dirt and start toss it towards the birds, but they're too far away.
There's a football jersey. Not bad, kid.
Like Jay mentioned, Hey Kid has like a special mechanic for being scared, and it's funny to be in the Google Doc and just see like a little circle appear in the like track. Like,
a little indicator that Hey Kid is creeped out.
I'm not scared. What are you talking about?
it's fine.
You're not sick. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Y'all good?
Gertrude, do you want to draw a card and see what you get?
Yes. Okay. So
Ask your question and draw away.
Oh, Hey Kid doesn't do a question?
Hey Kid does not get to do a question.
Oh, that's a rough
Hey Kid
nugget.
is tormented by
Got it.
you specifically.
Oh, I love it.
That's Hey Kid's
Good
problem.
stuff.
Hey Kid can act up though. Hey Kid can break the line, can break the circle and stuff. But Hey Kid, Hey Kid does not ask the question.
Takes a card.
Hey Kid can cause problems on purpose. No one can stop that.
You catch these karate chops,
So I'm gonna do number 4. Gertrude is gonna go. I have really enjoyed the bed and breakfast, like Yazeba so much. Well, I really enjoy the bed and breakfast a lot. And I think someday I might move out. Is that the right choice?
Ooh, what does the card say?
Did someone just pull the Ace of Spades for me?
You can you can pull it.
Okay.
You've got
The
5 of spades.
5 of Spades.
A lot of
What does that
spades.
mean?
So many spades, yeah.
So many spades.
So
Yeah.
about-
Introversion, denial, unable to access hardship, trials, and enemies. Which is a weird roundabout thing, because specifically being unable to access hardship, trials, and enemies. Like it's almost like it's introversion and denial, but also seems safer than maybe any other interpretation of the 5 could be. Because it's the 5 of spades, right?
I think like Gertrude takes it as like a kind of sideways positive sort of answer of like there is like a bright light on the horizon, but like it's still very nebulous of like what that actually means of like
that's kind of a really tricksy card. I think the Moon Prince is like fascinated by that result and is like staring at the card. And it's like, whoa. And I think the Moon Prince is gonna be like, I think they don't want to read. I think they're going to be like, well, should I stay at the bed and breakfast? What's that like for me? I think suddenly they're very curious about that as well. And they'll get the 3 of spades. I shuffled. This deck is shuffled. These are not just like any order. I want to note that we're getting spades in that. A branching path, a split decision between 2 worlds.
2 literal
Whoa.
Hardships,
Moon
trials,
Prince.
and enemies.
This
And I
deck
think
is
the Moon Prince
way too on point. But
yeah, this is
whoa.
kind of setting how we have
Looks like.
improvised a digital tarot deck, and it is working.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is the fact that it pulls itself together so well is bonkers. But I think the Moon Prince is going to look
It's all
at
about
that
the
and look
darkness.
up at the moon in the sky and be like, "Oh, well, fair enough." Okay. I guess I had that one coming to me, huh? Didn't I? Ghoul Gang. How about you?
Liz is like, I guess. I mean, like, you can either go or not. I mean, all right. I don't see what the purpose of asking all these questions, and they're really kind of lame.
All right, fine. You don't get a chance then. I'm taking your choice. Like, I'm going to ask 2 questions because you want to play this game. Don't be rude to Liz. No, she deserves it. And it's like, and I got a question. And Roy is touching the deck of cards, and he even pauses while looking at Liz. It's like, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing. Sorry. My question, or rather, actually goes, I have something to confess. And Roy turns to Jax says, I always thought you were really, really dumb. Like, I thought you would just, I can't even get the words out to describe what I thought of you. And over time, like, you have these weird moments that make me think you're not dumb, but I can't tell yet. And Liz is like, why would you even say that? He's just like, I get it. People tell me that all the time. I see it in their eyes. They're dead like mine. No hope. And Roy's like, oh. I mean, you good, buddy? This is... And then the card, I think, like, as he lifts his hand to, like, raise towards Jack, it flips over.
That is the 5 of clubs.
Oh.
Clubs are about creativity, dreams, and magic. And the 5 is inversion, denial, and unable to access creativity, dreams, or magic. Like,
I think that's the inversion of Roy saying, I don't really see you anything other than a big oaf, and like being stuck in that thought process. And like, you know, when you meet someone, there's so much creativity and dreams that you could see if only you opened your eyes. But I don't know.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I like that. Really cool.
All right, enough of that. Next, and Roy just like, there's like a weird pause. I think we're good. Let's continue this thing game.
Interesting. Sal, what do you have after that?
All right.
Does that mean he's dumb or not?
I think Sal now like looked out is going to like just look in at this circle here. Knows that Hey Kid has a lot of energies doing their own thing. Ghoul Gang also doing their own thing. But then like looks at Gertrude and knows that, you know, obviously seen them around the bed and breakfast. And I think Sal's question is going to be, will Gertrude ever find whatever it is that they're looking for? Is she, Gertrude, is she her? Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She seems to be looking for something. So, just seeing if she'll ever find what it is that she's looking for. Let's pull that card. We've got a 4 of clubs.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Ooh.
All the clubs.
Oh.
Once again, creativity, dreams, and magic. Trapped in one place, unable to move beyond something old.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Huh.
What does that mean? That's these cards are
Yikes.
pessimistic.
Yeah.
Yikes on bikes.
Do you want to
Super
pull a
yikes.
second card to clarify it?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do a clarification
that.
here.
I
yeah.
feel like a clarification.
And
would
now
be
we've
good.
got our first diamond, finally.
Our first
3
diamonds.
diamonds.
Finances, stability, and dirt. Their omen is the sallow moonlight. It means a branching path, a split decision between two worlds. So
Ooh.
it is a branching path about stability, finances, and dirt.
I think that's kind of like, you know, it would be easy and probably more stable to stay here, but like, or stay at the Yazeba's, but like the other path being less unstable, being like going somewhere. Like, where would that be? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. But yeah, you can be, you know, here, stable, but you're also stuck, trapped.
On one date.
Or
One date, like
Or-
September
the Moon Prince perks up and is like, or, what if it's not about, and like Moon Prince always like starts sharing a little bit more than they should, and they're just like, what if it's not about like Gertrude's past? What if it's about, or what if it's not about like Gertrude's present? What if it's about like your abusive family? You know, like what if it's about like, you know, like the stuff you had to run away from? You know, like what if it's about like,
Wait,
what if you're stuck in that?
we can talk about other people's cards? Oh.
Moon Prince suddenly pauses, like, I don't know if we can.
This is why I think you're dumb sometimes. This right here, this moment is why I think these things. You don't have to be so rude.
I don't know. We don't do this. We only do Moon Ouija on the moon, okay? Like, this is very different.
Moon Ouija.
Yeah.
I think
that a
as long as
Ouija?
we're all
It's like you get a Moon Ouija board, and then you summon moon
Underwear?
ghosts.
Why do you
What?
have underwear summoning things?
Ouija,
You
you
can only wear moon
wedgie.
underwear on the moon. We only wear moon boxers. I feel like there's a miscommunication here.
and I'm betting
But
like
that's
the
okay.
lower
I'll work
gravity.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Don't do it. You'll fall into a hole you won't get out of. Just.
You can. I feel like maybe this isn't even the first time the Moon Prince and Jax have stumbled into a 4-hour-long conversation where the Moon Prince is like,
Oh, no.
"Well, see, Moon JFK, his head just did."
Moon JFK.
And Jax
Oh
is
my
like,
God.
"What's that supposed to be?"
JFK just freaking chicken. Wait, JFK just cooking chicken. Wait, just
No, like the
freaking
president.
kidding. You're just freaking kidding. Right?
Like, it didn't stop until Gertrude or Liz realized, like, wait a second, these two people cannot interact. They are.
Absolutely. It's like,
Well, it's a lot easier to get out of a hole on the moon, though. At least, you know. Not to mention, I bet that those. Yeah, I bet in the spirits, you know, for that Ouija reading, I'm guessing it whole different flow with that kind of gravity, right?
Spirits?
What are you
No,
even
you mean
saying?
mermaids.
I'm sorry. We don't have spirits on the moon. We only have moon ghosts.
How do you not have?
Sorry,
That's
moon
not.
ghost.
No,
Gotcha.
whoa!
Okay.
You do realize you're kind of saying the same thing, right? You're
ghost.
kind of saying the same thing. Don't listen to this. What are you, Moon Prince?
No,
Right?
they're really different. Hey kid, do you want to draw a card and tell us? Because we also are required to draw a card from the chat. But hey kid, do you want to draw a card and tell us what interrupts this?
Sure. I would love to. I think I have been very. By I of course mean my character.
Of course.
I've just been phasing out into their own thoughts as everyone's less talk about spooky stuff and more just about their hopes and aspirations in the future. I'm like, yeah, this is like, meh, fine. And then whatever
grown-up
is going to
things.
happen. A 2 of clubs. What's the 2 of clubs gonna do?
All right, I'm gonna redeem that roll dice situation. So, just gonna add to this narrative right quick.
Oh,
No at
there's
all.
specific dice. I was wondering.
Give me 1 second.
Hey kid, so the 2 of clubs means 2 is 2 equal forces caught in perfect balance, unable to let go. And clubs are about creativity, dreams, and magic. Their omen is a cawing raven. What do you see?
So
in the
I think what
darkness?
happened.
And what's going on with the dice? Fill us in.
3. I got a 3, so it just means I'm gonna. Do we still do the story thing, or how does this work now?
I don't know how the dice work. I don't know
No,
how
we just
dice
roll
work.
dice, and I'm using.
Oh, you're just giving
We can
us
just
the
roll
number.
dice and
Oh, we
do
just
whatever.
have the number 3. Okay, so we just have the number 3
Cool.
now.
Yes.
Appears
What
in
do we
my
wanna
hand.
do with the number
The
3?
number 3.
Wow, it's the concept. Y'all are
There's
gonna
3
hate me
ounces of
once I'm able
coffee in
to
this
bring
cup.
abstract concepts. There's just 3. I got a 3 in
At the
this
end of the
cup.
day, aren't we all the number 3?
3rd time's the charm.
Well,
Because it's
take
2
it,
2
Dawson.
Tuesday.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds. Yeah, we've changed the date. It's now
Oh, it's 3
3/33,
twos.
2033.
It's 3 twos.
Yeah.
3 Test Tuesday.
It's 2 to 2
Oh,
to 2.
true.
It's 3
Well,
to 2.
anyway,
Test
anyway.
Tuesday.
Let's pass it over to Hey Kid. Hey Kid, tell us what's going on.
I don't know, Jay.
Oh no!
With the most
Fear of the
person
unknown.
at the table right now. God.
Oh, gosh.
So, am I can I respond to this question? Is that what we're gonna do?
Go for it. Go for it. It's all
The
yours.
3. The question is, I'm asking about something that I'm scared will happen. But also, I'm not meant to draw
You know,
cards. I'm just meant to ask what's going
I
to scare
don't like
me.
that rule. Now that we're playing this chapter for the
Okay.
first time, I think it makes the game worse. So I think Hey Kid should be allowed to ask
Fair.
questions.
Cool.
I agree.
Cool. So instead of asking the group what's going to scare me, I'm asking the ghost which is going to scare me with a 3. The question 3,
Oh.
Ooh,
I guess.
the question 3.
And the drawn is the clubs, 2 of clubs. So 2 equal forces caught in perfect balance and able to let go. It's about creativity, dreams, and magic. What does this mean?
Well, you are surrounded by like creative people, dreams, and magic. So I guess it means like you're going to be either split between someone trying to kidnap you.
Am I going to be a wizard?
There's also,
Oh, wait, what?
I think the Moon Prince looks over at the edge of the graveyard and is like, maybe it's talking about that over there, and points over where
What?
2 ravens, sickly, their eyes hollowed out and like whitened and like gray, are like locked in like some skirmish over a bit of mouse bone. But they are old and feeble, and all it has really done is like they are slowly bleeding out atop this gravestone in the darkness, fighting, spending their last moments of life over this pitiful amount of food that is just scraps left behind by another raven. And soon they will die here, and no one will care, and no one will remember. And the Moon Prince is like, oh, maybe it's that.
Maybe it's that.
Roy says those birds need some milk.
Am I the bone or the birds? When do I get my magic?
You don't.
That's-
Something you got to
Yazeba?
decide for yourself.
Are
the
you going to
birds?
lie
Are you
to
the
this
bo-
child and say they're going to make some magic at some time? You might.
They are
not.
blue, so like,
Yeah.
could do anything.
Yeah, I'm green. It
And they can do
happens.
fire stuff.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
nothing yet.
Well, but you're not green because I guess you're green because of magic reasons too. I guess that's.
Oh, I
not-
can use
I'm
a
green,
lighter
not
too.
like
I
that.
can use a lighter too, people. Just magic.
Where
No,
did the lighter fluid come from?
his body. I don't know. Who cares? Yeah. Once
Gertrude, do you want to draw a card?
Yeah, before Gertrude draws a card, I think she looks over at Hey Kid and sees that, like, even though she told Hey Kid to bring a jacket, he did not. And she's gonna like shrug off, like I'm gonna say it's like a Carhartt jacket, you know, like the like brown one with like the like gray hoodie or whatever. And she's just gonna like see that he's like visibly a little freaked out, and she wants to make herself useful, and she's gonna
I'm
like
just staring at those ravens.
give her jacket to like just kind of put it over Hey Kid's shoulders, and like help keep him warm and like a little bit of comfort and like all of this, and then immediately go back to doing teenager stuff. It's like a real quick moment of being a nice person, and then it's back to teenager nonsense. And let's see. Asking a question. That's actually this time. I think she is going to confess something embarrassing or weird and consult the ghost about it. And she is going to be like, so when I first showed up to the bed and breakfast, I was living in like the laundry room, and there were a couple times where that like wasn't fun because like Amelie's arms exploded and like, you know, this, that, and the other or whatever. But now that I have my own room, I miss it sometimes, if that's weird. And like on the days when Amelie is doing like a lot of laundry and like the room smells so clean and there's like that like kind of smell of like the dryer, it's that like weird dry hot smell. It's just so nice to just go sit in there and like doodle for a little bit. Is that weird? It's just gonna draw a card. Which is the seven of clubs. More clubs.
Trickery. Something you thought was reliable turns out not to be. It's about creativity, dreams, and magic.
It's almost like it's a comfort thing, but it may not be like a helpful comfort thing, you know?
Oh, yeah, it's like not a good coping mechanism.
Yeah, like she has her own full space now where she can spread out and do whatever she wants, but like she's like literally diminishing herself a little bit to go into a smaller space and like be cozy, you know? And I think she sees it and she just kind of like, she's not going to say anything about it. She's just going to put the card back down in the circle and kind of like, all right, so next one.
I think the Moon Prince has been I think that I'm gonna time jump very slightly as you know we continue to chat. We're doing stuff. The Moon Prince I want to do what do you call something risky or outrageous. And I think that I'm actually gonna like jump forward in time a little bit into the night where like we've been sitting around for a bit. We've gone around a couple more times, you know, like there have been ghosts and stuff. And the Moon Prince kind of catches. I think I'm actually gonna walk it back a little bit. I think the Moon Prince is going to look over at Gertrude, kind of fidgeting, and draw a card from the deck and get the Ace of Diamonds, which is the pure and fundamental essence of finances, stability, and dirt, which does not answer their question in any way and only makes things less clear, although its symbol is the sallow moonlight. So I think they're going to try one more time and get the 10 of Diamonds, which leaves them even more lost than they thought they would be, as the deck is desperately telling them finances, stability, dirt. Moonlight. And they look down at all of that, and then I think they're like, hey, Gertrude, are we friends?
Awkward.
So, I don't know. I haven't thought about it before, but I wouldn't say you're not my friend.
Oh. Okay.
And if it's the friend thing to do, I would say you are my friend.
If it's that's kind of a weird thing to say.
That was a weird thing to say, Gertrude. That was.
I don't know. I don't have a ton of friends either, so like friends
I'm
are
your friend.
weird. Of
Right?
course you're my friend, hey kid.
Dang, didn't even.
The Moon Prince is going to leave the awkward tension of whatever the hell they were trying to communicate and whatever baffling message the cards gave them. They're just gonna leave that hanging in the air like a block, and then just be like, "Go for it, Ghoul Gang, all yours."
Well, all right, fine. Run from your problems. That doesn't mean anything. And I'll do it. I got it. Liz is like, the ravens were real that were fighting over that food item, right? Are they still kind of like there doing the back and forth?
Yeah, I think so.
Then I think Liz is gonna be like, "Hey!" and takes the bone that's in front of them, like up, and says, "If you want it," and throws it. And
Fascinating.
this is going on for way too long. She turns around and goes right back and says, "All right."
Fascinating.
Flips a coin. Flips a card.
7 of spades. Trickery.
Wow.
Something you thought was reliable turns out not to be. Hardships, trials, and enemies. Their omen is a pair of eyes in the darkness. What does that mean?
I think it's either the Ravens angry now at Liz, or it's either like tricking them. So now they're watching her. Like, I think it's definitely like one of those
Trickery
really
and deceit.
deciding to rather fight over this or.
I love
She's
the
also
thought of like you disrespect these 2 old ravens, and all the other ravens go quiet, and they all look at Liz with their like glassy bird eyes illuminated in the kind of flickering fire, and they stop cawing, they stop doing their weird little raven whispers, they stop singing Sal's songs, and they all just stare at you. And
Why,
they don't
Liz?
stop staring at you.
Why, Liz? Because they were just like over there. You know how long that would have lasted? But you didn't have to like do that. You could have like broke it in half and handed maybe a piece to one and piece. No, because then they would probably fight over it once. And like there's a back and forth between them that goes on for like 2 more minutes. And Jack's like, stop, please.
Jack's trying their best to mediate.
You know this won't end well. You will start fighting. Armed
What
will
if
fly.
they all start fighting over your bones? Like all
Hey,
of them.
don't say that. Don't give
Yeah.
out that. No. Hey, yeah, don't give that
They're
idea.
looking. All of them.
No.
I mean, the way they're looking at you, I think that's what they're already mulling over there.
I might not have magic, but I got these hands and these feet.
You know,
A lot of birds
those
is a lot of
really
birds.
look like you can eat them.
Yeah.
That would really distract.
Oh,
yeah,
so now you all have the okay, a caca. I guess I get it now.
Yeah, a little cacophony. Shoot, hold on. Yeah, cacophony. Got it.
Ha
That's
ha.
good. Maybe.
It was pretty funny. That was a good one.
I like that.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, you and me, Jax.
Oh, the backup singers.
Yeah, these birds aren't scary. Oh.
The worst that could happen is that they tear apart our flesh, but then we already are dead, so it's kind of okay.
Well,
Well, but it's pretty bad for me though, and I guess for everyone else too, because we're not dead.
Yeah.
I like to distract them.
I don't think I'm dead.
And eventually we will be, but rather would not sort of hasten that with birds, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we could just throw Liz under the bus and,
Yeah,
Really?
that sounds good.
Really? Oh, I was trying to do something good, and this is how you look at me?
Where?
Were you?
Oh, if I wanted to do something bad, I would have just kicked the birds. They're like, what? Baby-sized. And you see Roy just say, all right, Sal, since you have such humor, such joke, can you pull a card and move this on to the next part? Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think for me, kind of, there's, trying to sort of diffuse the tension here a little bit, and how Hey Kid usually has a lot of energy. I see that that's sort of being channeled into fear with everything going on currently. So, in an effort,
No,
not at all. Yeah.
No.
So, an effort to sort of distract as well as I think also just like legitimately, you know, I guess I don't know. I guess this is maybe more of a question for Hey Kid directly versus the spirits, but you know, or the cards, the ghosts, what have you. But you know, I've had a thought for a little while. Hey Kid, I know you're usually running around, got lots of energy. Have you ever thought about being a drummer? Feel like that might be a good outlet for all this going on here. So I guess that will be my question is yeah, ask a question about another character in the circle, and that would be Hey Kid plus drums equals Jack of Diamonds.
Diamonds. Someone in your life who has only just begun to explore finance, stability, and dirt.
Okay. And go with, I mean, look, I'm looking for the next big hit. If I have someone on the drums, that takes off. I mean, there's gonna be, I know
Corruption.
You're not in it. You're not in it for the money. I mean, no good artist is in it for the money, but like, does well enough, that will be part of it.
Kid, that sounds like corruption to me. I'm just saying, I might be a little dead in the men, but sounds like a smoke and mirrors. I mean, that sounds like a big dream, and you know, dreams wake up and reality hits you in the face like a bunch of crows staring at us as if they're going to pick out our brains.
Yeah, but
I think
I mean,
with them kind of mentioning it, I'm going to stop subconsciously drumming on my little trick-or-treating bucket that I've been doing the whole entire time without realizing, and just kind of be like, drums? Never thought about it. But, maybe.
I love that Haken brought the little drummer bucket and did not bring a jacket. Haken just fully came here to trick or treat.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang. Oh, no. We all going to Wendy's after this, right? Right?
I mean, I thought if we went back later, we could, like, go still time, get some candy.
Wendy's closes in like 10 minutes, guys. Can we...
oh, shoot.
I've never been to
I think I've got my
States
frosty
since-
tag around here somewhere.
Oh no!
Wait, how late is it?
Hey,
Wendy's is closing?
Hey kid, what's your question? And I think that this might be perhaps the last question. Let me check. Yes.
Okay.
This will be the last question. So unless we
Wendy's
want to go around
burgers.
one more time, but I don't think we do. Hey kid, do you want to ask the last question?
I think my question is going to be if I've impressed everyone by how brave I am. I've not obviously no one could have noticed, but I've been a little spooked. So I'm just gonna like silently flip a card and look down and see the 6 of diamonds.
That is a perilous and dangerous journey in search of or surrounded by stability and dirt.
Aw.
It sure has.
It has it.
Got some crows. Pretty spooky.
I love the thought of Haken just making the most smug little expression, being like, yeah, and then
Oh my
what more is
gosh.
there to say, honestly? What more is there to say? It has been a perilous journey. Do we want to close the ritual circle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we should not say it all together because that was a horrible ear event.
No,
Are you sure?
I will read the closing phrase.
No.
Unless Lich, do you want to do a scary voice and close the ritual? Because you've got a really good, scary voice.
Yeah.
Do you want to say the magic words that close the circle?
Oh, ghost evasions!
Oh no! Don't give me that! Come on! Oh no! I'm sorry.
Oh god!
Oh no!
I swear.
You've lost your scary voice privilege.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. I can do it if you want. Ready?
Oh no, we can't hear you.
Now, oh, ghosts of ancient time. Hear me?
Now we can.
It's
Okay, I got too close to my mic. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, ghosts of ancient times, you have spoken your wisdom this Hallows Eve, and now may slumber. And with that, we close the ritual circle. The ghosts have been banished back out of the graveyard, or back into the graveyard, I guess. We did pull them out of the graveyard. And Gertrude, how does this chapter end for us?
I think that we've sat around for a long time and this was like fun. We pulled cards, we did silly All Hallows Eve things. And there was definitely some ooky spooky stuff that we dealt with. And those of us heading back to the bed and breakfast are all just kind of going together. And I think Gertrude is going to kind of like tail behind to sidle up next to Moon Prince. And she is like, it's funny. You kept pulling those cards about moonlight. And, it's the kind of thing that moonlight is something that you usually take for granted until you don't have it. One of those things that like the darkest nights are of course the ones that are new moons and you don't have that. And it's hard to recognize those things until you don't have them. And in a similar way, like I haven't had a lot of things, like whether that be like a house that I feel okay at or a ton of friends around me. And it's funny, you're kind of like moonlight for me. You are so in love with this whole planet that it kind of reminds me about the things that I've been taking for granted. And so, are you my friend? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if how I stand with a lot of people, but I know that I really appreciate having you around. And I think like with that, she'll like grab Moon Prince's hand and they'll walk back to the bed and breakfast.
Moon Prince, yeah. Moon Prince holds Gertrude's hand as well. Yep, incredible, really good. Yeah, that's sweet.
Some good sweet stuff right at the end. Tied it up with a nice bow.
That's really good. That's wonderful. Great. Well, let's really quickly, since this is part of a legacy playtest, and we get to utilize those sweet legacy mechanics. Everyone, you've got 3 leftover cards from the reading. You've got those. We don't have those cards physically, of course, but I'm going to really quickly direct you to, if you want to look down at your journey part, if it's got like a bunch of little boxes, you can put 3 tick marks in one of the boxes of your journey. And if your journey does not have those, come with me and I'll lead you to a magical little place elsewhere in the Google Drive.
I have a lot of boxes.
But I think that if you have a lot of boxes, just put 3 in there. You're getting closer.
Anywhere?
In
or
the
is it like,
and hey kid, you
that,
can distribute
cool,
those.
funny.
Those are your stats, and you get to distribute 3 points among your stats. So.
Oh. So if we get 3 ticks, does that mean Sal's box is full now?
It does. Ooh, we get to advance Sal's journey on stream. That's exciting.
Incredible.
Okay. Yeah. So check that off. And when this track fills up, Sal's inspiration is flowing. Show someone the song you've been working on. If it gets the reaction you want, replace this journey with Legend in the Making. So who do you show this to, and what does it sound like? Like what's it like, the song you've been working on?
Yeah, I did actually, because there are some song lyrics, I'm guessing from part of the legacy play. I did write down a couple of things. Like part of it was for the joke, but also I did grab a couple of like lyrics along the way. So if someone wants to do their journey thing real quick, I'm gonna see where I can stick these in.
I don't think anyone else has a journey that wraps up here or like does a big thing right now. Like my journey is me and Gertrude both have to go to a spreadsheet and check off a couple boxes in there. But so I think you're the one with the special event.
Cool.
So how do you show it? Who do you show it to? And what is it like? What is it like? Do you want to describe it and set the stage for
Yeah.
us?
I'm thinking. I'm torn between showing it to Moon Prince because I think some of the new inspired lyrics are moon based, or Hey Kid to like sort of sell them on the drummer gig, or just kind of pull them into and Hey Kid usually just seems like, if not extended, like down to at least down for things in general, even if they're at least temporarily. I'll I'm gonna say, let me take a quick look at the Moon Prince because that was not in the ash can that we had. So
Yeah. Moon Prince is just like an over-enthusiastic sweetheart.
And yeah,
Who's
I
a
feel
bit of a
like
nerd.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Moon Prince. Then not only like some of the lyrics they're inspired from the Moon Talk, but also yeah, maybe helping them feel a little more at home since they are not currently on the moon. All right, so let's yeah.
So do you want to describe it? I don't want to. I'm not going to be like sing for me on stream. Sing for me. But tell us about it. Tell us about it. Sing again. Sing
for
again.
me.
Yeah.
Musical
This is not the first
improv.
time
This
it-
instant, out of nowhere.
You don't know who you're asking, Jane.
Yeah.
If you want to,
Okay.
I won't stop you. But
I can at least try a chunk here.
Yeah.
Then I think as we start to go inside, like before we go on for the night, I like catch Moon Prince before we all go down and say, hey. First of all, I mean that was a cool thing we had going on earlier with everyone in the circle. Real quick before we knock off, you mind listening a bit to? I think I'm about to have a breakthrough with the song and just get some feedback, maybe like what you how you feel.
Sure. Moon Prince sits
Sure.
down on the front porch outside the bed and breakfast.
All right. So he like pulls out. Not only do I not have an instrument right at my fingertips,
Perfect.
but also would not have the know how to
Oh,
really
yeah, of
bust
course.
improv that hard. But I will just
Yeah, I was gonna say,
imagine he's got a
yeah.
guitar or something.
Of course.
All right. So here's a little something I got. Stick in these new lyrics here. So. I never tasted love as bittersweet as when having that trick-or-treating empty bucket. But late at night when tomorrow becomes All Hallows Eve, crawling under my skin, he is right here. I am stronger than her, I am the moonlight. But the world's not a stage, I'm just a bone between two ravens. Am I really a lightning god or a ghost of the moon? There's gotta be something more than all of this. Am I a prodigal disaster or just a bit of cacophony of the birds? All right, that's at least what I think I've got so far.
And this is not in character. This is out of character. In character, Moon Prince is also slack-jawed. Jay is also slack-jawed. Moon Prince is like, yeah. I think you're really onto something. I feel like you're like really singing from the soul. I don't know a lot about Earth music because music sounds different on the moon. It's all like, but this really, I really like that. This is really, wow. This is this is really like I've never heard music like this before, and like I haven't heard a lot of music, but like I've still never heard music like this before.
Cool. I mean, that's kind of going for. I've kind of dabbled between all the genres. First, I was thinking like post rock prog, but then more like indie pop, then like soft metal. I try not to tie myself down. If you let me know more about this moon music, though, I think that would be pretty sick to throw that in there too.
I'm gonna give you the new journey. I think you absolutely have if I'm not mistaken, you've gotten the reaction you wanted. I guess.
Yeah,
Was that the reaction
I
you were
think,
hoping for?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Yeah. Journey, Legend in the Making, which, if people are interested, I'll read out. I think actually no, it's just the new Sal journey. So now Sal has a new journey that he's working on. And he's trying to get people to listen to his album and sell a record and attract a fan and all this stuff. So incredible. And now, really quick, me and Gertrude, if you want to hop over to that spreadsheet, the tracks and shelves one, you'll see on the first page there's a bunch of extra tracks. You want to put 3 check marks in there.
Okay.
I think I'm going to put 3 into starting a book club.
Ooh, fun.
Because I think that would be nice. And then finally, really quick, everyone, we have a circle-shaped sticker. We have a skull. And we have a couple different places to put it. If I can get people's thoughts on where it should go really quick. Do people think we should unlock... And maybe if chat has opinions on this, I'm going to throw out some chapters. Do we want to unlock Demi Gorgone? These are some guesses as well. Demi Gorgone, who is a Medusa actress. Do we want to unlock the Tisselith, which is a rock? Do we want to unlock Our Little Island, which is a chapter 19, Our Little Island? Do we want to unlock chapter 61, The Crash? Yeah, those are our options. So are we feeling Medusa Medusa actress? Are we feeling Stone? Or are we feeling chapter about the town getting flooded and we sail around in a boat like Ponyo? Or are we feeling a really dark chapter about which of these chapters should we unlock so that next time I run this game with people we have it available?
I'm kind of feeling the rock.
The Rock?
The Rock is cool.
Okay. The Rock is a lot of fun. There's also a vote in chat for Demi Gorgone, I will say. But it sounds like it's between the guests. Demi Lovato Medusa. So true.
Someone do it.
It sounds like
I'm cool with The Rock, but I'm leaning towards the Demi Gorgone as well. That just sounds very fun.
Let's put Demi Gorgone. So now we have a new guest, who I will deal with on my own time, and that is Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. We did setup, we did play, we did clean up. We ended a little bit earlier than we wanted to, but it was a very odd, interesting chapter that we played. Do we want to discuss how it went a little bit on stream, or do we want to do that after the fact? What's the playtesting
I think we
process?
can do it afterwards.
Okay.
That's why we got in the Discord we have a little section.
That's smart.
Oh,
that makes
that's
sense.
right, yeah.
Short and sweet. Yes, that absolutely makes sense. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure on etiquette or anything. But yeah, in that case, thank you everyone. That was Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. Thank you so much to the players who played it. And thank you for taking this little adventure into this world, experimenting with this rather odd chapter. And helping the characters grow a bit further on their journeys in my version of the game that I maintain. And thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are interested, oh god, I forgot to plug the thing this is all about. If you are interested, Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. Can someone roll the dice for me really quick?
I'm not sure if that's regarding the end thing that we do. It's a ritual. You
Oh,
gotta roll the
that makes
dice.
sense.
Yeah, it's not really a redemption.
Okay, it's not really redemption. Never mind.
It's
Then
a-
I
it's a
don't want to roll the
reminder.
dice for me.
It's
It's
a
a
reminder.
reminder.
I
That makes sense. So
I see you,
in that
JJ.
Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast will be coming to Indiegogo March 22nd, 2022. You can sign up now at tinyurl.com/YazebaBNB, which someone can put in chat. It is going to be a game a lot like this. In fact, we played one chapter. There are 48. We played a handful of characters. There are, I think, in total 57. It is a fascinating and large and weird game. And we also recently announced news about our digital compatibility. So if you thought you were like, damn, I wish while they were playing this, they were running around as little pixel art characters in a graveyard and interacting with an actual like deck of cards and ghosts and fire that was actually in that little pixel art digital world they're running around with. Good news, we recently announced a partnership with One More Multiverse. We'll be creating that. Where it's like, have you ever wanted
That sounds rad.
Playing? Yes. It's gonna be really cool.
It looks
it's gonna be absolutely
so cool.
outstanding. So that's all the exciting stuff. Please come and check us out. We'd love to have you on board. I'm super grateful. Thank you so much to the Quelmar Realm for having us playtest a chapter here. It's super interesting to get to do something experimental. Thank you so much, all the folks who played. It was really nice to meet all of you. We'll all be in touch in the Discord after the fact. And thank you.
Yes.
Agreed.
That was great, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Concierging. Thank you. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good evening. Thank you for
So
joining us.
if you got dice,
Oh,
get
yes.
them out.
Wait,
'cause we gotta roll.
there we go.
Oh.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
gotcha.
go. The real actual. Thank you. Good lord. All right. Let me.
Is there like a phrase that's said or some ritualistic thing that is stated? I'm not sure. Like, do we just roll? Do we just
No, never.
Oh, yeah.
I do too many contracts. All right. So thank you all, everybody, and everyone's shaking up their dice, getting ready to roll. And 3, 2, 1, get rolling!